My wife and I started a church, and I was the last guy in the world that thought there was a need for another church. You can stand on one street corner and spit on 3 church parking lots. You know, they're just everywhere in our part of the world. But they're not powerful churches. And America doesn't need more churches. There's a mega church in every city. You know, there's small churches everywhere. What America needs is more powerful churches, not more churches. And the churches that exist, I think for generations, have been prayerless. I mean, they have people within the church that might be people of prayer, but by and large, the church in America has been a prayerless church, and it's produced prayerless generations of believers. Consequently, no power in those churches and no power in those believers' lives. Sure, they're genuine believers, but they've really never experienced the power of God in their life and on that church in generations. And I think what 6-4, the fellowship, can do is bring the hand of God back on these churches, bring the power of God back on these churches, bring that through a commitment of prayer, first and foremost in the leader of that church, that pastor, who gets a vision for his own personal experience with God and then is able to model that and promote that to his people and bring back not anything new, but just bring back what was once on the Church of America, and that's the hand of God and His blessing as we sought His face and tried not to get man's will done in heaven, but tried to get God's will done on earth. And as we do that, God will grow the churches. He will. He'll plant new churches, and there'll still be some churches that dry up and go away. But what America needs is something like this 6-4 fellowship to breathe life into these churches through their pastors, through the leadership, into the pews, to bring people to a place of true surrender before the Lord in prayer.